history. Where in time is Carmen, Sandiego.
You're headed for the early 1960s and Star City, USSR. Yuri Gagarin is supposed to be blasting off as the first man in space, but there's a problem. He's not on board his rocket. There's got to be a very clever criminal behind this. I've an idea will be your good guide for this case. I hope the two of you can connect with the cosmonaut and make the countdown happen. 3, 2, 1. Good luck!
Looking for something, time snoopers? I'll bet you are. Well, I'm finished with your little chrono skimmer, so you can have it back. That is, if you can find where I've stashed it. Oh, and don't mind me. I'll just be making my getaway. Have fun.
Holy time tunnels! We almost had Carmen in our cuffs, but she slipped away.
Star City, we have problem. It seems the rocket has experienced some tampering. Liftoff postponed until further notice.
Tampering, eh? Sounds like quite a time crime. Let's check it out. This big ship is called the Vostok 1, and that little fella is Yuri Gagarin, Russian cosmonaut. According to history, he's about to be the first man in space.
Suffering Soviet catastrophes. While boarding my rocket, I noticed an unauthorized woman messing with the equipment and had to abort the launch. Now I can't strap back into my capsule until the computer clears me for takeoff.
Uh-oh. Yuri Gagarin, the first man almost into space. Won't sound too good in the history books. Let's get to work.
Who has tampered with my rocket? I thought this site was secure. I am Yuri Gagarin, Soviet cosmonaut. Soon to be famous cosmonaut, once that countdown starts counting again. Soon, I will be the first person launched into space. Laika went before me, of course, but she was only a dog. They chose me to be the first human. Like any Soviet cosmonaut, I am highly trained and qualified. Mission Control also thinks my photo will look good in newspapers around the world. Perhaps it is my boyish smile? Yet, I won't get back in until I'm sure it's safe. After all, one little mistake and boom! Yuri becomes permanent space cadet. No, thank you. Not until countdown begins again. When the flight simulation computer at Mission Control says that Vostok will launch without problems, then I will cram back into my capsule. Well, you could run a flight simulation on the Mission Control computer. If it works, the countdown will start, and I will be able to re-enter my rocket and blast off. It simulates a rocket flight plan using a series of special cards. If the cards are ordered correctly, the simulation will run successfully and the Vostok countdown will begin again. Yet, problems you will not have. It is not rocket science or anything.
Actually, it is rocket science.
So it is. Perhaps you would like to tour the Vostok and learn its secret? The basic concept of a rocket flight is most simple. First, rocket roars up into space, small capsule at top detaches and begins orbiting around the Earth with one smiling Russian inside. Eventually, orbiting capsule slows down. Re-entering atmosphere, it crashes down to Earth. Boom! But hopefully, Comrade Yuri will float softly down in parachute instead. These are the booster rockets which propel the rocket upwards at escape velocity into outer space. Once in orbit, the boosters detach and fall away. Those unmeltable nozzles focus the flames of the booster rockets to help lift Vostok off the ground.
Mission Control will use that antenna dish to keep in contact with the orbiting Vostok rocket and fly it by remote control.
That crimson word means Vostok in Russian, you know.
We've opened a hatch. What are those?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You are most amusing astronauts. No, those are fuel tanks. They hold kerosene and liquid oxygen, which mix together as the first step in a rocket flight.
That's no crazy straw. It's a fuel line that pipes liquid oxygen and kerosene into the rocket tanks. Hatch open.
These retro rockets slow down my speeding capsule when it is time to come back to Earth. Otherwise, I skip off atmosphere and fly into deep space. Forever.
We've opened a hatch.
Those crucial oxygen tanks must activate when I reach orbit to make air. Even cosmonauts have to breathe, huh? That capsule is my cozy little home during the space flight. When the capsule re-enters the atmosphere, I eject from it in my ejector seat and parachute safely to the ground.
CCCP stands for the Central Committee of the Communist Party. These were the folks running the Soviet Union in the 1960s.
Ah, those patriotic letters. They do warm my Russian vessel. These tower supports hold Vostok in place and fall away when it roars into space. Unfortunately, Yuri can do no flying without new flight plan.
That peaceful blue sky is the thin layer of atmosphere surrounding Earth. With our help, Yuri will soon be orbiting beyond that blue, in the vacuum of space. Hatch open!
That essential heat shield covers the bottom of the Vostok capsule to counter the deadly hot atmosphere during re-entry. Without that shield, I would burn to a crisp. До свидания.
Fascinating! This computer will run a simulated rocket flight if we feed it the right punch cards. Yuri can't blast off until the computer verifies a safe flight sequence. Looks like each slot can only hold one punch card. This punch card tells the computer to fire the retro rockets. This punch card tells the computer to deploy the parachute. This punch card tells the computer to detach the main booster rockets. This punch card tells the computer to mix the fuel tanks. This punch card tells the computer to use the heat shield. This punch card tells the computer to eject the ejector seat. This punch card tells the computer to ignite the fuel for takeoff. This punch card tells the computer to turn on the oxygen. This punch card tells the computer to mix the fuel tanks. This punch card tells the computer to ignite the fuel for takeoff. How about we run a simulated flight, Inspector? I think we're missing a step in the flight plan. Fill in the blanks. Must be a wrong step. This punch card tells the computer to detach the main booster rockets. I think we're missing a step in the flight plan. Fill in the blanks. Nope, wrong punch card. We can always check out the rocket again, you know. This punch card tells the computer to turn on the oxygen. There's a gap in the sequence, Inspector. This punch card tells the computer to fire the retro rockets. There's a gap in the sequence, Inspector. Must be a wrong step. This punch card tells the computer to use the heat shield. How about we run a simulated flight, Inspector? I think we're missing a step in the flight plan. Fill in the blanks. This punch card tells the computer to eject the ejector seat. This punch card tells the computer to deploy the parachute. This is totally excellent! The computer simulation verified we have a healthy rocket, and the countdown is running again. Let's go make sure Yuri is back in his rocket. Well, let's check out the final report. Coaxial fibrillator in alignment, inertial insulation active, and... Hey, wait a minute! What's this on the other side? Holy mackerel! It's a note from Carmen Sandiego! I think Carmen may have put the chronoskimmer in the rocket, which is about to blast off. Hurry, we've got to find it.
City, this is Comrade Yuri Gagarin, ready for final countdown at T-minus... what are you comrades doing back here? I'm about to finally blast off.
Sorry, Yuri. Someone stashed something important in here, and we've got to find it.
Well, by Lenin's whiskers, hurry. This is a solo mission. 3 comrades in a capsule is a crowd.
That's the ejector seat. Good for 1 cosmonaut, but no chronoskimmer. Nice radio. Negative on the chronoskimmer.
Oh, Mama, you must hurry and go.
It's an early model TV camera, but no chronoskimmer here.
Hurry, hurry, find your object and go, please.
Through that portal, Yuri will get his first glimpse of the Earth from space. Our time device isn't there.
Comrade's running out of time.
Mission Control plans to fly the rocket by remote control, but Yuri has a secret password that lets him unlock and use the manual controls if something goes wrong.
Hurry, hurry, find your object and go, please.
Of course! Yuri's main fuel supply isn't rocket fuel, it's human fuel. Food! Woohoo! We got the chronoskimmer!
Oh, fantastic. Now then, Moose. And don't forget to close the door. There will be quite a drop outside in just a few seconds.
Right, we're out of here. Good luck, Yuri! Way cool! Yuri Gagarin has blasted toward his proper orbit in world history. And now that we've got the chronoskimmer, we can tunnel through time directly to chase down Carmen Sandiego. Let's go!
Excellent work. Not only did you get Yuri out into space on time, but you retrieved Acme's most important crime-fighting device, the chronoskimmer. For that, I'm proud to promote you to the highest rank a time pilot can achieve. You are now a time sleuth. Ta-da! But there's no time for basking in your glory. Carmen is still out there, traveling the time tunnels, and until she's locked away, history won't be safe. Your next case will be your biggest. Chasing Carmen herself. Say you'll take it right now.